Hello. All right, we're live.
Hi.
Okay, we're getting. We rarely do this. So go live on YouTube. So we're like, how do we look? We don't know. Here it is.
It's a new camera, new angle. It's like same song, different verse. We go live, but the verse is different because we are on YouTube. So we're gonna let some of our friends that were waiting for the broadcast to start see that we can. Oh yeah, because it's very, very bright
back here. See if it does anything. No, did nothing. Did nothing for us. I'm gonna turn this up, everybody. All right, let's see here. Is that better?
Hi, Priscilla.
Yeah, a little better.
Hello. Okay, good. That's a good sign. Y'all can see us. Everything went well.
Good. So this is Emily. I'm Catherine.
I'm Allison.
So it's Ace, just a different A.
Yeah,
okay?
That's right.
Angela's not with us today. Allison is with us today. So you're still getting the Ace trio here. And we are going to be talking about, if you could read the title here, about why fitness challenges often fail.
Yeah.
You guys, how many times have you been either misled or felt somewhat kind of bamboozled by fitness companies kind of making some promises? So go ahead and say in the chat whether you have or have not tried a fitness challenge. Let's just kind of get a pulse on the audience here of why you're showing up for this conversation today. If you're here to just have like a safe place to like leave a review, like maybe you haven't gotten to air out your frustrations before, and this is a place that you can be like, yes, I've had a bad experience before and I'm looking for something different. Go ahead and kind of be dropping in what your experience with fitness programs and challenges are like. Brandy.
Awesome. So we've got a couple people still joining. We've got Brandy, we've got Priscilla. Hello, Shiloh. Hello, Savannah. Hello, Tina. Hart. Hello, Hart. Just completed one in our local YMCA. Said it was great. Hello, Tammy Harlan. So Erin says, hello, everyone. We'll be starting momentarily. Erin is here joining us as well to help moderate. But like Emily said, I think there are a couple of you guys still jumping on. We are here to talk about why most fitness challenges fail or fail us. Mm-hmm. And I think we've all been in that position where we've been frustrated. We've signed up for a challenge. We signed up for a workshop. We signed up for a course or something, and we didn't complete it. We fell short. We became frustrated by our maybe the lack of accountability or community or different things. And so we're here to have that discussion with you guys. Okay, Hart says her name is Becky. That was good. I was wondering. I was like, wow, what a cool name. Savannah says she's tried a few before and they ended up being super complicated and hard to follow. Okay, that's good feedback, Savannah. Priscilla says I didn't even want to join one in the first place. It's too much pressure.
Yeah, it can feel kind of daunting. It's like, gosh, do you have to use the word challenge? Life feels challenging enough. Like, I don't want to challenge myself to do anything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
for sure.
That checks out. Okay. Well, I want to go ahead and just dive right in.
I think so. I mean, I think you're diving hard. I'm like, Emily's like, she's already going for it.
I already set you up once, but anybody that's joined since we kind of gave an overview of our discussion today, I think what I would like for us to do is, before we just jump into what Refit can offer you and why you should join our fitness challenge, is just kind of come back to like, what is the purpose of these fitness challenges, and what approach do we often feel that companies are taking when they present a program for you to opt into or for you to join? What is the motivation, and really what is like the ultimate goal or purpose of it? And because depending on what the goal or purpose is will determine what action steps are taken to accomplish said goal. And I think starting there is really kind of what determines on the front end if you can already kind of predict the success rate of that challenge, right? Like if the goal is expedited, external, or exclusive, that is likely kind of that red flag of, okay, this might not really be all that they say that it's going to be. So just kind of unpacking that a little bit. I think red flag number one is whenever you hear a program or a product using expedited results as its dangling carrot.
Yeah, it says like, hey, get these results in X amount of time, which is usually pretty quick. And then at the bottom, it says results not typical and may vary.
Right.
You know,
Right.
At least that's what it was in the late 90s, early 2000s when we used to buy these DVDs and you know, at 2 a.m. and hope to get the results
Right.
that we wanted. But things, you know, obviously have changed a little bit since then. But anything promising quick change, I think we can all agree that change requires time. And we are actually, as a staff, reading the book Atomic Habits right now. And it's been arduous. It's been a long process, even just reading the book, but applying the book. And one of the things about Atomic Habits is talks about that it just takes time. And so like Emily was saying, those expedited results, while they're alluring and intriguing and something that we all desire, right? I want quick change. I want to play the lottery and win. I mean, who doesn't? Most people don't win, right? But that those expedited results can oftentimes leave us very discouraged because we feel like, well, you guys said this and I didn't get that. And so there must be something wrong with me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that, you know, with anything, I'm not going to say everything, but a lot of times when something happens quickly, it also can happen again just as quickly. So just as much as a change happened, or if something happens in 1 week, it can probably also be undone in about a week as well.
Yeah.
Because that habit, that long lasting motivation and that intrinsic desire isn't there. It hasn't been part of your life long enough to really form that deep connection in your own brain.
So Allison, I have a question for you. Since you are on the younger side of things, I was speaking about DVDs and expedited results there. As a 20-something, someone in her mid-20s, when you're on Instagram, and I don't know about y'all, but my Instagram ads have been like higher the last couple of days.
Yeah, we are one of about 1 million challenges you can join.
This is true.
What are some of that language, or maybe some things that you've seen or you've experienced when it comes to like quick or expedited results?
Yeah, I think it's especially this time of year, as we're getting close to summer, there's a lot of targeted material online that wants to make you believe that you're not enough in the body that you're in right now, using language like get ready for summer, get ready for a bikini body. But like, I think we forget that we already have those things. We don't need to get somewhere or be a certain size or anything like that in order to go to the beach this summer. You know,
I can just go to the beach.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so
no one's stopping me.
Yes, I think there's messages that are connected to shame, and that's not the way that we need to be feeling about our bodies, especially because when you enter into a challenge, like one thing that these quick results don't really take into account is the way all of our bodies are different and react differently. And so it might take longer to achieve a certain, goal in my body than it might in Emily's body. And those quick challenges don't take that into account. And I think that can be really frustrating if we're expecting to see something in a week and then, like you said, maybe lose it in a week.
Right.
And so I think that messaging is really loud right now.
Yeah. Like you said, like get ready. It's like I am ready.
Yeah,
I am already here.
Exactly.
I'm in my body, and I'm ready to go to the beach.
I'm gonna go, put on a bathing suit. We can go right now.
Right. Well, I think the thing that they're trying to tell you of what qualifies you to be ready is what your body looks like, rather than like, sometimes being completely honest, there's always this mental hurdle that I have to like be mentally ready to be in a swimsuit because I've been wearing so many clothes all winter that it's like that mental like awareness of like not having much on in public. That is like a mental readiness. But no matter what my body looks like, whether it's pregnant or postpartum or 2 years after a baby, like the body is always changing, but like being mentally ready, and like how you approach, how you view your body.
Mhm.
Your body's not the thing that determines whether you are ready to put on a swimsuit. It's
Right.
Yeah.
what your mindset is
Yeah.
going into
So
it.
speaking of, we said, there are a couple of things that typical fitness challenges promote or include. So the first one was, like we just said, expedited results. And with those results, it's oftentimes, and we've alluded to this, they're external results.
Mhm.
It's do this and get this, do this and look like this. And that can be fatiguing for most of us, for a lot of us, I think for all of us, because what that hits in each of us is the feelings of I'm not enough,
Yeah.
like I am currently. Like there's a better
Mhm.
that I have yet to achieve.
Yeah.
Which in a healthy place, that at times can be helpful. But a lot of the messaging we receive is, well, you could be doing better.
Right.
It's like, but I am good where I am.
Right.
Yeah.
And for me, it's not that there's an inherent issue with wanting to see some external progress with what our bodies look like and what they can do. The distortion comes when it gets prioritized over the internal change. The failing happens, and where we get let down is when you first have to experience external change so that you then feel better about yourself on the inside. And we talk about this kind of reverse engineering of transformation all the time within our refit community. Is, we do focus on internal transformation, and that, the external outworkings of the, positive choices that you're making in your life is great. That's a bonus, and maybe that does happen, but it might not happen, and that doesn't mean that you aren't still making strides towards a healthier, whole, full version of yourself.
Yeah. Al, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I think that's really important to remember, just that these expedited result promises, like if you are in a busy season and you slip up and you don't finish, or the results look different on you than they did on the person in the ad, like that promise, I feel like holds so much weight on the way that we view ourselves. And so I love the way that we'll eventually talk to you guys about, the way that we approach challenges, because it doesn't include that type of messaging that can make us believe things about ourselves that just aren't true.
Yeah. So,
well, I want to go ahead and just pop a bubble real quick. I want to dispel the myth that you are going to be reading and seeing in it. Did you know you cannot spot? You're ready to learn something.
Did you know what? I'm ready.
You cannot spot reduce. Did you know that? Like if somebody says, "Here's how to get,"
okay, we lost y'all.
You can get.
Do you mean spot treat emotions? What's spot reduce?
Spot reduce parts of your body.
Oh, okay.
So when it's a program that is centered exclusively around your abs.
Oh, right.
Or something that is just like, this is our sculpted arm program. And if you follow this plan, your arms are going to look like this, or your booty is going to look like this. If you were to focus all your efforts on only exercising one part of your body, yes, that part of your body may gain strength, but overall, you are burning calories, and however your body anatomy and your body genetic shape starts to lose weight, you might lose weight in a totally different, or you might get smaller in size in a different part of your body than what you're even focusing your attention on, because that's how your body is made up. It's where you tend to hold on to weight or lose weight, and a program with a specific part of your body is not going to address that part of your body. So just don't believe it. Just don't.
Did you sign up?
Before I found Refit, I tried this, like, I think it was like a 6-week ad program with my roommate, and I purchased it, and it ended up being like 5 videos that you were supposed to like rotate through every week. So it was like the same content. I was like, that's okay. We're gonna work on our
abs. These 5 videos.
Nothing happened. We could like recite the videos by the end.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. And it was just like you said, I think that it's just like our bodies are different, but also like that my whole body was working out, but I didn't see any change like in that one area.
Right.
And then I had to like,
you're like, well, maybe my arms are a little bit smaller.
What did I
but
think
my
about
arms
myself?
You're like, man, my neck. Really?
Totally. Yes.
And I think I was like telling myself, but I just wasn't seeing any difference,
Yeah,
after. But again, this
sure.
is before I found refit in like this whole idea that like my body is beautiful and I
Yeah.
don't need to like get abs in 6 weeks
Right,
to be
right.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Also, very aggressive goal.
Yeah, I don't think
Abs
it's
in 6 weeks.
possible.
Yeah.
And I don't
Right.
even know if that's what it was, but
So,
it was something like
yeah,
that.
I just want for you guys to feel even more confident, like in taking the information that you're given,
Yeah.
because you're bigger and better than that.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
More to you than one part
Absolutely.
of your body.
Yeah. You're a whole person.
Yeah.
Savannah said, as someone with both anxiety and depression, your whole body and mind approach with the focus on internal change is so refreshing. That is exactly what I need. Thank you for saying that. We think it's kind of revolutionary. But, we often feel like we're just, one voice among all the voices. And that's why we're trying to kind of dispel some of those things because we've been recipients of that messaging for so long. And when you're trying to make a change like we are in an industry where one thing has been accepted for so long and you're basically saying the opposite, it's hard to feel like our megaphone is in a tiny little paperclip.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes I feel like we're yelling into a pillow.
Exactly. So thank you, Savannah. So the last thing we said, expedited results, external results. And then the last thing is exclusive language is something I think we've all encountered when we see these fitness challenges or different challenges out there is exclusive language. So Emily, what specifically have you come across, or maybe you guys in the chat, have you seen that's been maybe frustrating or it felt like, I don't know if that's for me?
Well, I think in addition to just like, kind of niche marketing tactics where programs will, and this is, it's smart to know your demographic and know who you're talking to, but when you are showing interest or think that, a challenge might be a good fit for you, it's not even just limited to exclusive language. I think there's often an exclusive environment that's created, either just where there is a very what's the word when everything is all the same? Homogenous community where everyone, great word, where everyone kind of looks, talks, thinks, acts alike because the program is very one-dimensional for like a specific type of person, and there are not a lot of options or allowances provided outside of that box of a person. So it's not always as overt as, hey, if you are 25 and thin and just wanting to increase your cardio gains, join this challenge. But even when that kind of language is not as overt, stepping into it, you realize, wait, there's no one else here like me, and I now feel
excluded.
Like I can't really open up and learn a whole lot from this because I already don't feel accepted for the person that I am coming into this challenge.
Yeah. I think I just don't feel like that. When I read a lot of language or different ads, or I'm like, well, that's just not for me. That doesn't apply to me. I immediately I self-identify and I opt out. I'm like, well, keep scrolling because I'm not that person. I'm not trying to get bikini ready. I'm not trying to get bigger biceps in 2 weeks or whatever. And so, and then it kind of reinforces the expedited results or the external results of saying, well, is that really what I want?
Yeah.
Well, making my outside better actually, is that my desire? And we're here to say it's probably not.
Right.
So let's talk about what we're here to talk about.
What we do have,
and we are genuinely, and I hope you hear humbly presenting this to you guys as something, as an option for y'all, and hopefully a place where you can find inclusivity, you can find results, and we'll talk about what results actually are versus what we think that they are, and that you will see change and change that you get to define. So
can we read Marty Short's? Can you read on that side? You have better vision.
Oh, okay. You got it? Honestly, she says, Marty, yes. Honestly, focusing on my heart and internal healing is how I lost 100 pounds. Wow. Exercise was just a way for me to feel good and to be able to do whatever I need to. I want to be strong. I want health. That's amazing.
Yes.
That is a feat. And to your point, like change from the inside out, not the outside in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Antonio wants to know, when can we come to Las Vegas? I hope soon. We'll go now. But if you're new to Refit, or if you're like, man, girls, like that sounds great. What are you talking about? One of the things we believe here at Refit is that lasting change does happen from the inside out, not from the outside. And the fitness industry has typically focused, obviously, as you all have said, on the external results. Do this, get this by this date. And that has left us as human beings feeling defeated, demoralized, even like a lack of purpose. I know for me, it puts things in the like the checkbox in the category of like failed again, failed again. Like it actually reinforces negative thought patterns for me.
Yeah.
And so if you're new to Refit, we want you to hear us say, like, this is a place where everybody belongs. We believe in belonging, empowerment, and transformation. And we hope that you experience a fitness community, a fitness place where you feel a sense of belonging first. That is what matters most. And so we have created, I'll let you share, Emily.
Yeah. So we have created a 30-day, it is called a fitness challenge, but it is so much more than that. And I think the really important part, and the reason why we wanted to not just create a video or not just keep replaying our promo video or post graphics and encourage you, in written form of the reasons why you should sign up, but the reason why we wanted to come in this setting and really speak candidly, hear from you in real time, and be able to elaborate and share more about our heart is because there really is a lot of intangibles to this challenge that people who participated in it the first time when we originally released it in 2020, what they experienced wasn't just a great workout each day. It wasn't just a simple meal plan to follow. They were stepping into something as a daily reminder that whatever they were doing that day was enough. And they were reminded every day that someone else was facing similar challenges and obstacles as they were, and just to keep showing up, and reminded through the encouragement and support of the community and coaches, which we are here with you the whole time. We don't just give you a PDF, have you download it, and then meet you on the other side. We're checking in with you each week to dive into conversation, get to know one another, and really walk alongside you so that you feel supported and successful through the entire 30 days. And so, yes, I do want to talk to you about all the things that are included in it, because I think having that tangible, sense of what you're going to receive with this challenge is important. But I also wanted for you to know that the language and the spirit in which you're going to be supported by throughout it is something that you can't really see, you can only feel.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can really put into words. It's just a sense of belonging that then has a ripple effect into how you view yourself each and every day.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we're saying is we're starting, our foundation here is very different from probably any other fitness challenge you've been a part of. Our foundation is this foundation of acceptance, of belonging, of empowerment, of transformation. We are starting from there. We've got 10 plus years of loving people and learning from people within this Refit community and culture. And so if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, you're like, sign me up for belonging, empowerment, transformation, then you are in the right place. So again, that's the foundation that we're starting from. The second thing I want to say is that's different about this Kick It Up challenge is that we want you to engage your why. Why did you sign up for this challenge? That's not something that any one of us can dictate for you. And I've learned in my life over and over again, if I don't have a why, and so if you're like, what's a why? Well, why is why you do something. If I'm not coming back to that anchor I'll drift.
Right.
I'll drift off course. And so part of the work that you guys get to do is it's not just sign up and impulse, like, yeah, let's do it. It's like, wait, why am I clicking this button? What's going on? Okay, yes, maybe I want to be stronger. Okay, why do you want to be stronger? Well, because I had a season in my life where I felt weak emotionally or physically or whatever, or financially, whatever the Lee is. And you said, that's my why. Okay, so we want you to engage your why. And that is powerful. When you step in with why you want to do something, the likelihood of you committing to it and staying with it longer is super high.
Yeah.
The second thing we want you to do that's different about this Kick It Up challenge is you define success.
Right.
We don't define that for you. Not one of us is going to say, hey, should have done one more rep there.
Right.
Because we're actually going, I can't do any more reps. Like we're struggling along probably with you, but you define success. And success for a lot of us, and one of the amazing things about this challenge is we have moderators who've done this challenge before and have been very honest and vulnerable with their own journeys of saying, guys, I didn't do this week. I missed that this week. I couldn't do that. And it's the great thing is the community's like, yeah, we didn't either. It's okay. But we're all going to keep moving forward. And so success doesn't look like 100%.
Right.
I would opt out of that too, but you get to define what success looks like. And that's super powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've said this before when we've talked about like failure kind of being your foundation and failure really being defined by what you mark as your standard, And so like Cappy, you're Cappy or Catherine, what do you call her?
You call her Cappy.
What you define as success is going to be different than the person next to you. And we're going to be reminding you over and over again to have grace for yourself, because a lot of times we are our own worst critic, right? So sometimes I might be like, I wish you just tell me what would be successful, because I'm going to expect 100% from myself. So even on the days that you show up as your worst critic, we're here going to be reminding you to have grace for yourself and know that we are not holding you to that level of perfection, but that we are just asking for your participation and for you to show up just as yourself.
And that's we as the coaches, like Kick It Up coaches, but that's also we as in the community of Kick It Up. What I love about this challenge and saw in 2020, and I'm so excited about how it's going to unfold this year too, is just the way that the community comes behind you. That is a huge aspect of this challenge. I think a couple of you even said that in the comments, like the support aspect is key to keeping up and is key to finding success and to reinforcing that for yourself. Like you'll show up, but you'll also show up for the community and they'll show up for you. And I think that's such a unique part of Kick It Up, is that you're not doing it in a vacuum by yourself, where it's really easy to let your inner critic be the loudest voice, but instead you're being surrounded by voices that are reminding you to give yourself grace and that are encouraging you and supporting you as you take every day, one day at a time. I think that's really unique.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what is in it. Okay. There is a beautiful 40-something page guide. Okay. And I know some of you are like, I don't read instruction manuals. It's not an instruction manual. It is not a how-to guide. It's not a how-to plan. It is a guide. It's there to provide parameters and suggestions and encouragement for how you can interact with this challenge throughout the 30 days. So for those of you who like to just have a step 1, step 2, step 3, we have that for you. But for those of you who need more flexibility and more options to be able to work it in and with your life, we have it set up in that way as well too. So the way that the challenge works is that on Sunday, April 16th, which is this upcoming Sunday, we are going to be coming to you through Zoom. So similar kind of setup here, where we're going to be going through our very first coaching, and we're going to kind of set up the week ahead and talk through the workouts and what kinds of challenges you may face, and give you some options and walk us through what the meals look like for that week and what are some options there, and thinking holistically and just what is our vision, what is our purpose, what is our goal for this week. And then the challenge itself starts on Monday, April 17th. And what that practically looks like is, for those of you who are registered for it, you will receive an email. It comes into your inbox at midnight 01 each day. So whether you are waking up in the middle of the night before shift work or you want to take a lunch break, your daily workout is available to you anytime that you want it. So it gets delivered to your inbox. You don't have to go log in somewhere or download anything. You just click on the link that we give you and your workout pops up right there. The workouts range from, some of them are 20 minutes in length, and we call those our quick start. And whenever we call it quick start legs and back or quick start arms and core, remember, we're not saying you're going to get smaller waist and stronger arm. What we are saying is these are the body parts that we're going to be focusing on that day, so that you understand that we're giving our entire body attention throughout the week. Okay. So we're not making false promises. We're just giving you a heads up of what is included in that day's workout. Some of them will be 45 to 55 minutes in length, where we have more of an overall cardio focus feel. And for those of you who have enjoyed choreography that you see on our YouTube channel, it's a refit. And then we also have a format called Rev and Flow. You might have seen one of our full classes on our YouTube channel for that format as well. Those longer cardio workouts incorporate refit and Rev and Flow and some other like movement to music style of workouts. And so you get a little bit of everything, in my opinion, no matter what kind of fitness format you prefer. We deliver for a lot of different fitness styles. Mm-hmm. Some of it includes weights. Some of it you get on the floor. Some of it you're just shimmying and doing some hair tosses. So every day is going to look and feel a little bit different, but it's unique and it's exciting, and it's hopefully movement that you look forward to each day. And it just propels you to look for other ways that you can move your body throughout your day. The goal is not to complete at 100% that day's workout. The bigger goal is to learn that you enjoy moving your body, because you're beginning to love and appreciate and celebrate your body. So when you have the option to get to the third floor, you might realize it's actually faster if I take the stairs than to wait for the elevator. And I don't need to circle the parking lot over and over. I'm just going to go ahead and park and walk in, because I like the way it feels to move my body. And that is the bigger goal. It is not to get all the moves right and memorize the sequence of movements so that you can nail it. That's not the kind of success and mastering that we are after with these workouts. So
yeah, absolutely. So I hope you heard us say that there really is something for everybody, and that you will be both excited and challenged by these workouts. And like Emily said, the goal here is for you to fall in love with movement, either again or for the first time. When I think about the things that bring joy and fulfillment and ease in the life, it's eat, sleep, play, move. Like it's that simple. And that is a lot of what this challenge is. And it's really challenging us to come back to the things that matter and that help us live more fulfilled and more present lives. Our hope here is by the end of this challenge that, like Emily said, it might not be that you did every workout, but that you are proud of what you did. That you're proud of what you did. You can look back and go, I cannot believe I just did that. Yeah. Right. And that you find a sense of fulfillment and a greater sense of purpose. I know for a lot of us, energy is something we struggle with, right? Like we often say, I don't have the energy to do that, or I'm just tired, right? Everyone is always tired. We're always tired of being tired. Yeah. And we were actually reading this in Atomic Habits the other day, that sometimes we get into this crazy cycle of, well, I'm tired. Well, I'm just going to watch TV. And then you get mad at yourself for watching too much TV. So you watch more TV, like, because of that, just, you think that that's going to make you better, but it actually just makes you more tired. And then you're more tired and you're just watching more TV of being tired. Right. So this challenge is, this challenge is going to interrupt that cycle. And it's going to give you very healthy and good things for you to cling to in an environment, in a community that is supportive of you. So, yeah. And so then after you check out that day's workout, you would then have the opportunity to go to that Facebook page. There's a group created just for Kick It Up 2823.
And you can go and check in on what you thought about it, what was hard, what was enjoyable. And that's where you can kind of get into community. If you have questions, if you have any tech trouble, like quick answers. Like you are not floundering trying to figure this out. So we are here to help make sure that things are working for you. We've got 3 moderators on that page that are so excited to meet you and complete this challenge with you.
Awesome.
So that's your movement. Okay. Quick overview of the movement. You will have a physical tracker for those of you who want
I'm gonna
to.
go ahead and, can I go ahead and show
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I can't pull it up on here because we can figure out how to do that. But this is a little preview. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can.
Very wide.
Very. I really thought it would adjust.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, YouTube, you got it.
YouTube, you can do it.
You can.
Focus.
Oh,
there we go.
there.
Circles and numbers.
But someone said a moment ago, they said, I think it was Brandy said, give yourself gold stars along the way. Guess what? We've got that for you.
Yeah. And
Maybe turn it
sometimes
right
you just need
down.
to print something off and just let it look pretty and feel like yeah. And just feel like an official, organized, aesthetic, pretty little paper. It's amazing what just a small little sticker chart can do. Whether you're 5 learning how to do chores or you're 65 trying to just press play for a 20-minute workout, sticker charts really
quick
do work.
question. You said weights. Do they need weights? Is there anything that they will need in order to do this challenge?
So whenever you get your participant guide, which whenever you register for the challenge, we give you the whole guide up front. So you're not waiting until day 1 to then discover what you need. As soon as you sign up, the entire participant guide is sent to you. So you can go ahead and flip through, and we will tell you in the workout description whether we're going to have additional resistance. Usually we indicate that as like
an option.
Kick it up by adding weights, but definitely not required. You can get the same, you can have a very similar level of intensity of a workout by just utilizing your body weight. So nothing's ever required. We will let you know if we're getting on the floor, if that's where we say, to have a mat, but that can also be accomplished with a towel, with a folded up sweatshirt, something just to make the movements more comfortable.
Don't let not having equipment be something that hinders you from participating.
Yeah. In fact, this really would be classified as a challenge that you can do anywhere at any time.
You can do it outside. It's getting beautiful outside here in Texas. Like you take your iPad or your laptop and go on your porch or your balcony and you can go kick it up.
Yeah.
And also
lots of things.
I think you're probably about to say the same thing about weights.
Can of beans.
You can use household items, water bottles, cans of beans, flour, bags of flour.
Yeah,
like you can be
that's
creative.
good. It even says like 1 pound of flour.
Yeah, exactly.
You could just flour your house.
Make sure it's a closed bag of flour.
Put it in a Ziploc bag.
It does not matter. It comes out in the grocery bag.
Oh,
you're right.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if it's sealed up or not. Flour is coming out of the bag.
There you go.
Okay, maybe don't use those, but ideas.
Now, speaking of grocery cart, you guys, we developed this in 2020. Remember? Can you remember summer of 2020? Can you remember your life? Remember your life then? We needed a lot. Like we were just in need of predictability, of ideas, of ways to feed ourselves and to feed our families and not have to think so hard about what am I doing for my workout and what am I fueling my body with? What are some ideas for snacks so that I have the energy to do the workouts? And we put our heads together. We actually had 2 different rounds of recipe ideas. We had our initial round that was included in the Kick It Up challenge. And then we offered an extension and we're like, let's give them more recipes and more ideas for when you're eating on the go and when you are just trying to make small little tweaks to fuel your body in a more efficient way. And we released that second. And now Kick It Up 2023 has all that into the first round of the challenge. First go at it. It's in your participant guide right out of the cuff. There are 41 recipes that
41. 41, not 40, I believe 1. 41? 41 recipes.
41 recipes. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, dressing, desserts. We have sourced our entire staff of food that we love that's not just low calorie, low fat, low carb, low whatever. It's food that fuels and nourishes not just our physical bodies, but our souls too.
Yeah,
Cappy, do you feel loved by food?
I do. I love food.
Yes, it is a love language, and it is a way that we can love our bodies by feeding ourselves food that sounds good and feels good in our bodies.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lot of mindset that can go around fuel, and it is a topic that we tread lightly on. We are not positioning ourselves as the authority of what is good food for you and what is bad food for you. That is a definition that we actually refuse to put on food, that this food is good and this food is bad. Food is a thing. It's not a person. It doesn't have a moral compass. It cannot be good or bad. There is food that can do a lot for your body and give you a lot of sustenance and, to use the word, energy. And there's food that makes you feel less than best. It may not agree with your system. You may be allergic to it. So that would be food that would be deemed as that food is not good for you. In the same way that that person is not a good or bad person, but that friend is good for you, or that friend may not be the best friend for you. And just knowing how to place food in your life is something that we hope you just come into this challenge with an open and curious mind and are willing to learn and grow and love yourself in this way and not punish yourself through food.
Yeah, so again, backing up, so you guys are getting 30 days of workouts that are going to be diverse and workouts that you can modify, that there's not a big financial commitment. You need these 14 pieces of equipment. No, like it is as is. You can do body weight. You can add weights if you'd like. And then the second thing is, like Emily said, is you're getting a fuel guide. And this fuel guide is, yes, these 41 recipes, but it's also, we're going to talk through mindset. We're going to talk through how to properly, like Emily said, fuel your body. So if instead of focusing so much on what am I eating, it's like, how am I fueling myself mentally, emotionally, and then yes, physically. And so those are tools that we can take that last forever. We're not going to recommend a special regimen like paleo or keto or whatever the new cool thing is. Like, we're hopefully going to give you guys some parameters and tools so that, again, you are defining success so that you can make the decisions that are best for yourself.
Yeah.
Because every single body is different. Allison is celiac. She cannot have gluten. Literally. Cannot, should not, will not.
Yeah.
But she can take these recipes and go, okay, knowing that, what are the adjustments that I can make that still fuel my body?
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Some of you guys might have a dairy issue. Like, you're like, cheese is a no. I love it, but it doesn't do right by me. That's okay. Okay? So again, we're talking about fuel, and fuel is energy. And we want you guys to get to a place where you're like, I know how to energize myself. I know how to fuel myself properly.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, like I said, we have a plan for those of you who want a plan. Hey, I'm easy to feed. My body likes it all. No issues here. Tell me what to eat for breakfast. I'm going to make it. Tell me what to have for lunch. I'm going to eat it. We do have all 4 weeks of here's a breakfast suggestion, lunch, snacks, dinner. But then there is also just a whole resource of just all the recipes if you just want to spot pick and double or triple it and feed your family, whatever's going to fit your lifestyle best. And so then, yes, we go into in those weekly calls of just being able to have some conversation with different ideas. And I tried this and made the food taste better. So there really is something for everyone. And then it goes without saying that kind of the third and kind of overarching component of this challenge is the community. And I know we've talked about it holistically, but very practically, when we set out to really think about, like, what do we need right now, we needed to feel connected. We needed to not feel isolated and alone on our pursuit to feel our best and have the highest quality of life. We need each other. We were beings designed to be in community. And so you can press in as much or little as you want. I think there's a lot of confidence and peace knowing that people are there for you if and when you need them, right? it's not a forced involvement, but just sometimes to know that there is a community that is accessible is worth the investment. So
yeah, and so like Emily said, the difference between, and then someone asked that we could say some of the titles of the recipes, so I was just pulling some of them up. The difference between maybe this and any other community out there, it's not a set it and forget it. It's not a sign up and see you later. It really is. We have these weekly calls with you guys where a human being is connecting with you, or one of our coaches is connecting with you. And then there's our coaches online and our moderators online who are connecting with you throughout the week. And we hope that this isn't a place where you feel isolated. Like, y'all, I'm serious when I say people get on the Facebook page and they say things like, I'm not doing any of this. And people are like, that's okay, I'm not either, but we're good, right? We're good. Okay. Like, that's the kind of community that we have, is like, this is where I'm at. And like, I'm just saying it. I'm not asking for accountability, or I'm not asking for like kick me in the booty. I'm just saying it. And then other people are like, I'm there too, but hey, let's get after it tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So some of the recipes, I'm just gonna, they said, hey, can you give us some names? Loaded veggie baked potato, soy glazed salmon, simple spaghetti. Oh, I love me some spaghetti. Talk about energy. Let's see what else we got. Sloppy Joe's, veggie avocado rice bowl. So, I mean, again, there's 41 recipes in here. And it's very, very diverse.
Yeah. And I will say is made for, of course, we're all busy. Nobody wants to stir the pot for an hour and a half. So all of them were designed to be from start to finish, 30 minutes or less, with a handful of ingredients, fewer than 10 ingredients, no long list, no having to go and get a pound of this obscure ingredient, to use a tablespoon of. Isn't that the worst whenever you have to
you have to go buy a big bag and it's like half a teaspoon and you're like,
I can't, it's not in the herb section to
get this much saffron that I'm using once. $14 for like 4 strands.
Right. So it really is like for the non-chef, for the, person that is just looking to help supplement the ideas, just help take some of the guesswork out of what I'm doing so that you can spend your time in other places doing other things.
Yeah.
And so do you guys have any questions about what you can expect, or if you're curious if we've thought about this and what's included?
Yeah.
Would love to kind of open it up for.
Yeah, while they're maybe typing some questions, just again, in summary, we've got 30 days of workouts that are, how long are the workouts, Emily? Anywhere
20 to 55 minutes.
20 to 55 minutes. So some are going to be a little bit longer, some are going to be a little bit shorter, but all are going to be able to fit into your schedule, whatever that looks like. And then we've got an incredible Kick It Up community that's going to help you along your way, come alongside of you. None of us have arrived. None of us have made it. So we're all walking together in this journey. And then, of course, we have a fuel guide with 41 recipes. And then as well as we talk through different, in our coaching sessions, different mindsets and different ways we can kind of maybe re-engage our relationship with food.
Yeah.
So let's see what we got here. Savannah says that's all great stuff.
Is anybody curious how much it costs?
Nobody's asked that. They don't care. They just want to. So $562.
Worth it. It'd be worth it for a lifelong healthy relationship with your body. I would invest in that. No, because really it is something, it is the kind of teaching tools that you can come back to again and again, and really hopefully over 30 days. They say it takes 21 to build a habit, 30 days to just habitually be reminding yourself of your value and your worth, I think is pretty invaluable kind of encouragement. But no, the challenge itself is $69. But you guys watching this YouTube broadcast, we are giving you $10 off. And so you can use the code. We'll put it in the chat here. It's KIUYT. Just think about where you heard about Pick It Up, and it was on YouTube. So KIUYT will give you $10 off. So that's $59. And there could probably be some cheeky, fun advertisements for like less than $2 a day. You can.
Well, it's like it's like $2 a day, right? That you're going to have an incredible life transforming experience. Right. I'm like, sign me up for that.
Yeah. And you do get access to it through May 31st. So, You don't have to do 30 days in 30 days. You actually get about 45 days or more of access. And so, gosh.
So when does it start in?
Might as well just give it to you. Starts April 17th. So our first coaching call will be that day before on Sunday the 16th. So if you register by then, you'll go ahead and be part of that live discussion where we just are kind of setting the framework, getting you set up and ready for the challenge, going through week 1 contents. And then the challenge, you would get that first video, midnight 01 on Monday, April 17th. All of the live videos that we do on Sundays will be available to you. So it'll be part of, you'll get a link and videos will just be added to that each day. So the workout library will accrue. You won't have to go track down the email. All of your workouts will be uploaded to that same folder each day. So you'll have kind of a growing library of workouts. So if on day 9, you don't feel like doing a 55-minute cardio workout that was delivered to you on day 9 and you want to go do day 4 again because that was fun, you'll still have access to that video. And then any of our live coaching videos, you'll continue to have replayable access to throughout the challenge.
And if you're curious, sorry, cut you off asking me a question. If you're curious, like what the workouts look like and you haven't seen that yet, there is a whole preview of one of our quick start workouts on our YouTube channel right now. So you can go look at that. I think it was posted just 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it can give you kind of an idea of what the workout format looks like. I actually love these workouts because I know that I know y'all, but I just feel like I'm talking to you the whole time I'm working out to those videos. Because it's like, it's very interactive, even though it is a recorded workout. I don't know. I'm laughing the whole time. Like, I feel like I'm in a room with you guys. I think the actual workout videos are one of my favorite parts about this challenge. So if you're curious what that looks like, definitely go watch on our channel and give you kind of an idea of what to expect.
Yeah. Awesome. And everything's more fun with a friend. So you can share this code with someone else that maybe wasn't watching this live today, but someone that you would say, hey, let's do this together. That in-person accountability is really powerful as well. So
y'all, people don't just change like they wake up and go, I'm changing. Like you got to do something about it. And again, like we're not talking about the kind of change of like, you're not enough right now. That's not what we're saying.
Right.
But if you want to be in a place where you are encouraged, people are coming alongside of you, then it's like, man, I want to change my outlook on this, or I want to feel, like I said earlier, I want to feel stronger, or gosh, I want to just try something new, right? Whatever your why is, that why is not going to happen without some action behind you taking action. Okay. No one, I remember hearing this when I was 19 years old. I was at a conference and someone said from the stage, they said, no one's going to walk up to you and say, you're great. Come on, let's do this together. And I'm like, actually, that is what we're doing. Like, that is like, we are doing that. Like, we are doing that. We are looking at you saying, you're great. Come on, let's do this together. Like, I have that need in my own soul to have a group of people come alongside me and support me. I'm the first to raise my hand and say, I cannot do this on my own. And so I hope that you hear us today say that we want to be that supportive community for you. And we believe in you. And we think you're great. And we think that you're incredible. And we think that there's so much in you that maybe you even haven't even discovered about yourself that needs to be unleashed. And that hopefully through this challenge, you'll start to see and believe those things about yourself.
Yeah. And we just want to get to know you. This is so one-sided. We want to be able to engage with you and get to know you and learn from you and be better because of you. So refitrev.com/kickitup, promo code KIUYT. Join by Sunday so you can get that first call, but you can keep registering after that if you need to. Here's my really solid final sales call.
Yeah.
For this. So, all right. See you guys later.
Let's kick it up.
Love you, YouTube. What did you say?